So on Smashville, gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm guessing Mega Man should lose this matchup handily just because gravitational pull is gonna invalidate a lot of his actions. But at the same time, Mega Man just a really wacky matchup, and it looks like Neutral Air is very good at intercepting and getting rid of Luma in that situation. So it'll be an interesting match to watch. It seems it's going to be dictated with how well Mega Man can land against Rosaluna's oppressive jungle game, and how he deals with taking out Luma with his whatever options he has. Trying to skirt around in neutral, get his chip damage in every now and then. Twister's just kind of throwing out up smash a lot, trying to anti-air, so I'm not quite sure about how he's playing right now. And now he's trying to get the gravity pull, trying to get rid of a lot of Mega Man's main neutral options. Edgar situation, kind of just jumped to a down air, intercepting him. He has air dodge George stage. Once he commits that angle, he can't really go to ledge without really risking it because he uses both his jump and his up B, so he has no vertical movement option anymore. And he just lands right at him with a Leaf Shield, but because it's so low knockback on hit.
Ooh, sure you can.
Yeah, that was a really... He just kind of got sick of all the gravity pulls that he just decided to end it with an up tilt. Good stuff, good call out. But Luma's F smash gonna take it.
So strong. Too good.
Strong boy. But relatively even game. Now it's a matter of whether or not the Mega Man here can get through Rose's wall and get his own little chip damage in to set for a kill. Gets him off stage. No real contention of the Luma there with neutral air, so now Rosa gets her strong jungle game with Luma's bullshit up air. Gets him off stage. Strong hit of Nair, didn't actually hit the Luma. That was a very ambitious F smash, but swings up back on stage. Tried to call it the neutral get up, but rolled towards him. And now it's back to neutral, gravity pull, forcing Mega Man to approach because he can't set up his primary neutral options. But he's just running in, setting up an off stage game again. Juggle situation, jumps out of it. The Leaf Shield just interrupting any aggression attempts.
Let's go, watch out. So Swiss is doing like a really good job of preventing any of Noe3's projectiles coming in. Either just straight up hitting them with Luma or just pocketing them. It's kind of like nullifying a lot of Mega Man's neutral options.
Yep, that seems like it's the name of the game with Rosa versus Mega Man, because she has the tools that invalidate a lot of Mega Man's strength, which is primarily his really good neutral game thanks to all his easy low hits on projectiles, but really it just makes that not matter, because without pellets, Mega Man's neutral is kind of subpar. But good stuff, Twister game 1. I'm guessing that we're probably gonna go to FD 3.
Back to Smashville.
Yeah, bring it back. In this situation where he can't really set up his zoning game, I'm guessing he'd want the smaller area so he can try to rush in a lot more. I agree with this pick.
God damn it! Yeah!
Yeah, but a lot back to the more patient neutral from before. Early on in the game 1, Twister kind of getting messed up because he wasn't really abusing the gravity option very well. But now he's decided to play a lot more reserved with the gravity as his main neutral tool. So it's forcing Mega Man to do a lot, having to commit a lot more with his less than stellar options in close range. He went for the forward smash.
Yeah.
Yep, Trump Air, and
There might be a certain distance that you can get within the Rosalina where you can still punish the pocket because you're close enough. Maybe punish with like a dash attack or a dash grab.
there was very clear evidence of that actually working, just because in game 1 the first stock that Norman took off of Twister was an up tilt call out on the gravity well. So if he stays within mid range where he's just kind of spamming it, but then it's a call out on when he's going to do it, and I don't think it really works unless Norman's just like trying to land by him. So it's going to be a really hard situation to actually come by. But yeah, but he saw his jump, so it was fine. He just up beat first, so he can reserve all stuff. But the strong up tilt taking out Luma, and now it's the landing situation, or just running away. Oh, the single pellet.
What a punish.
Optimal. It's gonna be a lot of just running away from the Mega Man. And Rosa. Man, this is such a defensive game just because Rosalina's just her down B existing slows down the nature of this matchup so heavily just because Mega Man can't really do any of this stuff, and
Also
trying to watch a Mega Man approach is kind of painful.
Having Luma like right out there in front of Twister definitely helps a lot. A lot of times he doesn't even need to pocket. He can just jab and it'll just cancel out the pellets.
He went super deep for that back air attempt. He almost spaced it correctly to call out the neutral air, but just a little too close.
Noe3's been able to almost even things up.
Air dodge right through. Norman's been air dodging through a lot of Rosalina's juggle situations really well. He's been doing really well to avoid them in general. He hasn't really been caught in too many, except in the early percent where it's kind of guaranteed. But strong there from Luma, taking it. Twister's doing a ton of just, whenever he's in the air, he always just does like a double air dodge whenever he's landing, but then he lands such that I think he just like A lands or like tries to elude the landing, so he's like pretty safe. But I feel like Norman should try to recognize and catch the air dodge between the gaps, because he's landing on the ground with lag a fair bit, but he's never really in a position to take advantage of that, probably just because of Mega Man's low speed and no real options to kind of cover that distance. Yeah, but Luma's out of the picture. Now he wants to just set up for another back air kill. He is really thirsty for it. Back air, down air. He just really wants to get the stock out. He's throwing out kill moves now. I think he's getting real kind of thirsty. Yeah. So.
Trying to go for the ledge jump back here, but
yeah, but he buffered an option because he realized that that was going to be his main kill option. He just wants to set up for a back air whatever he can. Okay, so after a little bit, back throw by the, at that point, back throw by the ledge will kill, and I think in a little more, should have up throw will kill. I think like 170-ish, given Rosa's lightweight. But now at that point, Mega Man just kind of getting slowly choked out with Rosalina's defensive options. And Norman's just kind of not approaching very safely. All of his approaching aerials gets kind of shielded and punished as a result, and has a bit of a mountain to climb, especially if you can't get this kill now. It takes forward air, which typically is only a combo move that doesn't really kill, to take him out from inside the smash fill. Also, something to realize is that the clock is running low.
Oh, that's right. There's only a minute left, but I think Twister can rack off enough percent in order to kill with an F smash or something like that.
But at this point, he doesn't really even need to play for the kill, because we've seen throughout the set that Mega Man really can't approach effectively or in a manner which is going to be completely safe. So at this point, you can just get choked out and timed out, especially if you're just going to be on back foot for most of the game. Yeah, at this point, I think Twister's realizing that this win condition doesn't really need to lie within killing. And Mega Man, at this point, he's a very nickel and dime character, so he didn't build damage quickly enough to seal out the game. And 20 seconds left. Yep. Yeah,
there's not a whole lot Noe3 can do in order to kill Twister within the next 10 seconds. He has to get her off stage and then go for a down air kill.
Yeah, but 5 seconds left.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And it's over. Yep. And goodbye.